Hello, everybody. Just waiting for a couple of people to show up. Hey, BMW. How are you, hon? I don't know if you saw my last video, but I thanked everybody in Club Chat for their prayers for me. I really appreciate it. And God is awesome, really awesome. Um, I wanted to touch upon this subject because, I realize a lot of people didn't see the effects of this movie in real time. And everyone wonders what happened to the movement. What happened to the movement, the struggle, was Superfly, the movie. And I'll explain it like this. We as a people were strong. Our movement was gaining even more traction. But we were also a threat to the status quo. But we had, but we also had a lot of power at the time. And this is a capitalistic country. And one of the things my professor taught me was that capitalism requires somebody on the bottom to be exploited. And that was us. And we were gaining strength. We had our afros, black was beautiful. And then the movie Superfly came out. Now, I'll tell you in advance that Ron O'Neal, the star of the movie, has said publicly he wished he had said no to playing the lead role in that movie. However, considering the times, for Black actors and actresses in the movie industry, this was an opportunity for them to make some money. And, they thought empower Black people. What happened is that when that movie came out, all of the naturals and afros disappeared and went back to straightening the hair and that sort of thing. And everyone, young people, started emulating Superfly. His standard of dress, his hair, everything. And by the time we realized it was over. The movement was over. And if memory serves me correctly, it wasn't long after that where you had the gangs and stuff, because back in the day, the gangs, they would have chains and knives and fists. They start having the guns, like in the movie Superfly. Yeah, right, BMW, they start wearing the perms. And we lost it all as a result of a movie, which shows us how the media can manipulate anyone and all of us. And we have to stay on guard for that. And we were manipulated because everyone wanted to be like Superfly. He was this hero that stood up to, quote, the man, and he got his money and blah, 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 blah. It took until recently for young people, and I was so glad to see it, wearing their natural hair, the locks and the afros and so on. But look how long it took. This movie came out in 1972. And of course, I went to see it. I was there for it, okay? But without having any idea as to the impact it would have upon us as a community. And from that point forward, our community was in disarray, not just from the inside, but from the outside. The Black Panthers and so on were infiltrated. It just everything went on a downward spiral because nobody wanted to be like them anymore. No one wanted to be like Martin Luther King. Everybody wanted to be Superfly. And we as young women, because I was a young woman at the time, I think I was 21 or 22, we wanted to be like the women in there, okay? And it was glorification of that life, but it was also a glorification of violence, of drug use, and putting up on a pedestal the person who was selling the drugs and doing all the killing. And it had a real negative impact on us as a community, which is why a lot of people like Cicely Tyson refused to star, acting roles, take on roles such as that. She definitely did not have a part of that. And there were others as well who refused to go along with it and adopt that. It was a nude scene in there, a semi-nude. They were in the bathtub together, and they asked Cicely Tyson why she wouldn't do a nude scene. She says, "Why would I want to leave behind, you know, miles and miles of celluloid film with my nude image?" And everyone respected her for that. In hindsight, she didn't get on the bandwagon, but it shows you that, to me, um, the movie studios were working in hand with those who wanted to keep us down by diverting our attention from our own struggle to be like something else that was totally against everything in the struggle. Right, BMW. Right, right. You're absolutely right. And I think, I hope that that comes to change because there are people like Kendrick Lamar, who's a rapper, but he's saying something of value. He is, it's coming back full circle again. Some of these rappers now are looking into what's going on. That's what I liked about DMX. He spoke about the reality of his existence, which is the reality of the existence of a lot of young black men or black men, period. And so, people don't think I listen to rap, but I do. I listen to what people are saying. I think the one person I haven't really delved into is Nicki Minaj, but everybody's so excited about her. I guess I have to check her out. But this movie left us in a place where we had no leadership. Our leaders had been killed, like Malcolm and Martin Luther King. There was no one to speak out who would speak out against it, or they weren't around anymore to speak out against it. So it was perfect timing, for an imperfect and unfair outcome. And now, we're starting to pick up the pieces again, but we do have to realize how easily we can be manipulated. We can't allow anyone to speak to us about us without our having input. It's like Spike Lee. He got his own movie studio, okay? He makes his own movies. And that's what we have to continue to do. We have to speak for ourselves and not allow ourselves to be manipulated ever again by any sort of media, movies, TV, news, any of that. Because if you notice, it's just like when the little black girl goes missing, you don't see it on the news. You might see it on Twitter. Somebody might put it on there, but on mainstream news, you won't see it. But if it's not a little black girl, then it's splattered all over. And you get inundated with, let's find this girl, let's find this child. But the little black girls that go missing, I mean, we have, people have no idea how many black girls and black women are missing because it's not reported on. So we have to realize that our influence on the media needs to increase and speak out about it. I don't care if CNN does have or MSNBC does have a black anchor or a news reporter because they are still told what they can report on. And so we have to be very careful. And the dark legacy of Superfly is that it did indeed kill a movement, the civil rights struggle and all that we were doing. Hey, Mr. Marcus, how are you, hon? So what we're looking at now is we see the young people going back to natural hair, to the locks, to the afros. But again, from 1972 until recently, it was all about, and also the Black is Beautiful started changing. And again, people had to be light skinned to be in the videos and so on. Um, you know, that's why you can respect Erica Baidu because she says what she has to say. And she definitely speaks her truth. And so this is what is good at this point, what's going on now. And like I said, Kendrick Lamar, I love that guy. I love what he has to say. And we have to make sure that we control the narrative and the analysis of us as a people and our experience. And we cannot adopt what the media says we are. I don't know if you all knew about this or you remember it, but remember when the Williams sisters in tennis, they're wearing their braids because they're straight out of Compton. And they were wearing their braids, and the media gave them hell, and the tennis society gave them hell for wearing the braids. Anything that is specific to our identity, they try to put their foot on it and stop it. So we have to control the narrative. The movie itself created a narrative, a false narrative, and glorifying that kind of behavior versus glorifying people who were fighting. All of the black exploitation movies were indeed taking us away from the struggle. Everybody was big and bad, but everybody was, wrong too. They were doing illegal things and it was glorified. And the effect that media has on you subconsciously, you want to be like those people. It's just like someone noticed once about commercials. Commercials are designed to make you feel that there's something wrong with you and you need to fix it. And the only way you can fix it if you use this product. How about starting with what's right with you? But this is how the media works, and I think that we definitely have to watch how we allow the media to impact us. They don't tell us how to wear our hair. We should not allow that. They can't make us, and we willingly go along with it. They should not be able to make us change our focus, how we dress, all of these things. And so the legacy of Superfly, again, Ron O'Neal says, he's always said after he saw the impact that he wished he had said no. And several other actors in the film said the same thing. They wish they had said no. I can't blame them for saying yes, but I can blame the media who knew exactly what they were doing. Because again, we were a threat to the status quo. So, I wanted to share this with you all who weren't around at the time, but I saw it happen in real time. And I wasn't aware of what was going on until I suddenly looked around and wondered, well, what happened? And everyone at the time was saying Superfly happened, and we lost it. We bought into that glamorization of the drug dealer, the pimp, or whatever he was, and we lost our own movement, and this is where it was lost at. So I think that we do have to be careful of being manipulated by the media in any fashion, in any manner. And young people, keep wearing your locks and your naturals, your afros. Keep doing that, and know who you are and know who we are. Yeah, they sure did give them sisters a hard time. Yeah, they did. And it was okay to beat up on women. Okay. And it's sad but true. So anyway, everyone, I just wanted to come in and share this with you. Would you say, let's see. I was looking at what you said, BMW. Perms, yeah. Sharpton, James Brown, like everybody. They they used to call them, before the naturals, they called them getting a process on your hair, getting your hair combed. Okay. We grew away from that with the naturals and the black movement. And then after this movie, boom, came back again. James Brown was singing I'm Black and I'm Proud with a natural. Next thing you know, he's got a perm. So anyway, everyone, have a great day. I'm trying to catch up on some videos I'd wanted to do, but as I said, I was under the weather, and I'm so grateful, Club Chat, every one of you. Thank you so much again for your prayers. God is awesome. And I'm feeling better. Now I'm trying to catch up and do all of my videos that I had planned to do since I'm feeling better. So I don't want to overload you all, but if you see me on here a lot today, it's because I'm feeling better, and I had stuff I wanted to talk about and things I wanted to share with you all, and I couldn't do it at the time. So you guys have a beautiful day. Find a reason to laugh and be happy, and stay in the moment. Enjoy each moment that you're in. And I'm going to get up from here and make me some lunch. Okay. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Bye-bye.